One of the things actually that I was quite shocked at, because I heard you talking on, it was News Talk recently, and I've seen you put stuff on LinkedIn, was how much of the small landlords make up the rental market. Because I think there's probably a notion, not a notion, but there's some idea out there amongst many people that it's the large, the large firms that are, what I mean, renting stuff out. But it's kind of like the SME sector, where small to medium businesses make up the vast majority of the economy. Is so I was quite shocked to hear of how much there is with the smaller tenants, the one or two properties, and how much that gives to it, and then the amount of the exodus that you're seeing in the market at the moment.
Yeah, no, it's very concerning. I mean, the rental market has got so dysfunctional that neither landlords nor tenants are happy with it. As you said it there, the vast majority of landlords own one or two properties. For many of them, these properties are their pension. I kind of call them mum and dad investors, mum and dad landlords. And I think at a time where we need all available accommodation, our data over the last 3 quarters. So, for example, in the last quarter, it was 59% of our sellers across Dublin were landlords. It was 54% in the quarter before that, and then in quarter one, over 60% of our sellers were landlords exiting the market. And there's many reasons for that. High taxation will be one. Rising prices. We're in a rising market, so that's encouraged some landlords to exit. But there are other things as well. The RTB have a big part to play in this. I'm on the record in many places about how inefficient they are from a landlord's point of view, in terms of, so for example, how long it takes to get a bad tenant out of a property, or a tenant who stops paying rent. There was a lot of sweeping measures brought in during the COVID crisis to protect tenants, and they were needed, but unfortunately a small number of tenants abused that protection. And so, for example, we had some landlords who couldn't get a non-paying tenant out for over a year, and we couldn't issue termination notices. So, of course, that landlord, after an experience like that, just wants to get out of the business of being a landlord. I was talking before about the taxation. Like, for some landlords, the margins are very tight. It is a kind of maintenance can be intensive, can be expensive. And COVID, of course, had quite a big impact on the rental market in the city centre initially last year, where rents probably fell on average 10 to 20%. And again, that for some landlords, that was just the final curtain really on being a landlord. I would hope in time some of them will reinvest in the market again, perhaps through their pension. We are seeing a lot of landlords investing through their buying properties through their pension, and all the advantages that come with that. But yeah, I mean, and unfortunately, what does this mean? In short, it means the accommodation crisis in Dublin, but really in every urban area in Ireland, is going to get worse before it gets better. And unfortunately, that is now unavoidable.